Smithsonian Anacostia Community Museum presents the following audio interview with Kihei de Silva. Water is a gift of the gods. The interview takes place in Kailua, where Kihei de Silva is with Hillel Mohammed Alima. The audio interview is overlaid with photographs illustrating the landscape and events described by Kihei de Silva.
Hawaiians were master managers of water, and I can't even begin. I am not that kind of expert. I am not that kind of person who is able to speak that well about that management. But in our chant traditions, Vai is Waiola, is the water of life. Water is life. There is no life without water. Water not properly managed. Water is a gift of the gods. Water properly used, properly understood, properly managed is what allows us to live. Our taro, which is our kalo, which is our oldest brother, only lives because of the water, and only can live if the water is properly cared for. And so, well, there are 3 springs back here, and they're still pure. We've had them tested several times, and they're still drinkable. And in the history of Kailua, those who lived down by the beach and did not have access to fresh water all came here to get their water. So you cannot not take care of water if you're that closely associated with it, if it is your lifeblood, if it is the thing that sustains you and all that is important to you. So that's about the best pitch I can give. Aya ihea kawaia kane. Where is the water of Kane? Is the opening line of a chant that says it is in the dark thunder clouds, it is in the rain that falls on the forest, it is in the water that flows through the streams, it pretty much replicates the precipitation cycle in chant that is so old that there could not have been any science teacher teaching it from a textbook to these Hawaiians. They knew by observation and by care how all of this worked and how essential it was. One of the oppositions to the Kailua Kawainui Master Plan is that Hawaiians aren't to manage water properly, and that we need a long education process, maybe of 20 years or more, in order for us to be taught by guess who, right? How water needs to be managed. And the thing is, it's basically the precipitation cycle that we're supposed to understand. But the failure of that concept, in addition to it being a failure of respect for our ability to manage this stuff, is a failure to recognize that in Hawaiian thinking, man is not separate from that cycle. And man needs to be involved and engaged in that process because he is familial to that whole process. And you take man out of it, and then what happens is you have Kawainui Marsh instead of Kawainui Fish Pond. And what you have is a conservation community that wants to protect that and keep Hawaiians out of that because somehow we might mismanage it. But that is the result of the loss of the Hawaiian people and the decimation of the people who knew how to take care of it. And now we have to deal with well-meaning conservationists who cannot understand that we are the stewards of this place and that we all need to be re-engaged in it. Not put a fence around it. Not say this is nature, this is man, we got to keep man out of here because, no. In Hawaiian, Kanaka have to be involved in that process in order for it all to function.